Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint, the only West Ham United post-match football show on the internet. We've just come back from we're still here, London Stadium. We thought we'd do a little al fresco tonight. We've just battered Manchester United 2-0. Don't let anyone tell you any different. You would have all seen it on the TV. Scott, take us through the starting. Look at his face. Take us through the starting lineup, please.
Yeah, couple of false changes, weren't there? Fabianski continuing in goal. Creswell coming in for suspended Masuaku at left back. Diop, Bonner centre halves. Fredericks right back in the middle. Rice, Noble. The attacking four was Anderson. Fornell was coming in for Lanzini. Yarmolenko and Heller up top.
Was anyone worried today?
Well, I was a bit worried after seeing that Lanzini had been out because he's been one of our best, if not our best player. And
yeah.
I did feel like we was going to miss him. Obviously, there was the question marks over Creswell, how we would do, and I said he put like that to bed. But I was a bit worried, but not worried like we would be back in the day with Man United.
I'm just glad that Fornell's started because I thought that Pellegrini might have maybe put Snodgrass in there. Maybe would have gone for Wilshere, but I was quite excited to see Fornell start. And some people around us were saying that he was pretty poor. I thought he had an half-decent game. Bearing in mind, it's his first. He started at Brighton away, didn't he?
Yeah.
And this is his first full start since then, and in the league and against Man United at home, big crowd. He's going to be nervous, but I thought he had a decent game. He grew into the game.
It's just I think he's still getting used to the league. He still feels like he's got a little bit too much time on the ball where he'll stop and he'll look around.
I'll be honest with you, the one I was worried about was Yarmolenko because I thought he had a very poor game on Monday night. I think question marks are still out on him in some parts.
I think with him, the break didn't do him any good. You know what I mean? He's just coming back from that long-term injury and he's getting a run of games and he scored a goal. Yeah, and then he gets that break. And I know what you're saying. For me, he still looks very unfit. But he played quite a lot today. So
yeah, I think that's just the way he plays, Scott. He always looks like he's...
but when we signed him, he'd been out for a long time as well from Dortmund, wasn't it? He hadn't played it. He had a big injury at Dortmund. So I think it's a similar situation. So it's going to take him a bit of time to get in. Because when he got injured last time for us, he was starting to get in his stride. You know, he had that great performance at Everton, 2 goals. Yeah. And then obviously he got that injury.
But I feel that, you know, he was poor last week, and I was thinking, maybe we should... I was even saying last week, I'd rather see Snodgrass on the wing than him and all that. Well, he shut me right up today, and that shows you what I know, because him and Cresswell put in world-class performances.
The thing is, with Cresswell, he was given an opportunity today, and he took it. Yep. Because now, Masuaku will be back for the Bournemouth game, won't it? Well, he's back for Oxford. But...
And he's got to sit there and take his chance again.
For me, you can't drop Cresswell after today. I thought Cresswell, obviously we're going to talk about his free kick later, but just the way he played it, the 90 minutes, I thought he was great at going forward and defending. I thought the whole back four, I thought Fredericks was good today. Diop was solid. Ogbonna was solid as well, but Diop for me today just controlled that back line.
I was nervous when Ogbonna got that early yellow card because I'm thinking 13 minutes in, he's already got a yellow. But I thought that Man United would be a little bit more of a threat and put us on the back foot. To force him maybe to
they've got a good understanding of each other, haven't they? Bonner and Diop now. Yeah. They've what's that? 4 clean sheets back to back or 5?
4, I think.
4.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had 4 clean sheets back to back?
I can't remember.
No. Yeah, it's and it just shows. Where last season we were playing some good stuff going forward, but leaking goals. We've tightened right up at the back.
As we're filming this, we're still 4th. I mean, the results might change, but. We're going to end the weekend in the top 6, and you think we was battered first game 5-0, and since then we ain't looked back. We're unbeaten. Since then we ain't lost away from home this season. We've got a tricky game next week. Bournemouth ain't going to be easy, but if we can get a result of Bournemouth next week, and then we've got the international break, it's going to be massive for us, massive for how we're going to progress this season.
The consistency, that was one of our downfalls last season. We weren't consistent. This year, we're getting a bit of consistency going up and going.
This must be our best start in a long time. Yeah. Even the last season at the Bowling, we didn't have.
We've had a better start this season.
I mean, I think 3 points at Villa on Monday night would be second now. I know. So it's.
Would we really?
Yeah.
Was it? I thought it was comfortably third though. So we'd be well in third.
Yeah.
No.
Let's have a look.
Liverpool ain't played because Liverpool hadn't played yet, had they? They're playing. now, aren't they?
No,
That's
because City are on 13. We're on 11, so we'd have been on 14.
No, we'd have been on 13.
13.
Oh yeah, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we'd have been
We'd have been third, yeah.
third.
Yeah.
But it's you know, I can't believe the start we've had. Like I thought it would take us a little bit longer, especially after seeing that 5-0. We was a bit, and then we went to Brighton, and it just.
Well, this is the thing.
In hindsight, it's a good point.
I'll be honest with you though. I'm going to be totally honest, right? And I'm going to start to sound a bit cocky, and I risk that because obviously I'm never too cocky when it comes to West Ham and all that sort of stuff. But we don't look like we've even got out of third gear yet. Do you know what I mean? There's more. There's better performances in us.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, we haven't really
hit the ground running.
Yeah, we haven't lost, but we're grinding out results, which we haven't done over the past few seasons. That's been our downfall. And when we do tick, someone's going to get a good hiding. Either home or away, we're going to stick 4 or 5 past someone.
See, I thought Anderson looked lost at times.
Yeah.
Today. I thought
that was one of his poor performances.
Yeah, it's probably his worst game of the season for me. You know, and I don't know whether that's because he had Criswell behind him.
But,
you know, he seems to have an understanding with Masuaku now.
But the thing is, as well, with Anderson, is that even though he's having a poor game, when he gets that ball, you still think something's going to happen.
Oh yeah,
happen,
definitely.
That's the good thing. I mean, we haven't even mentioned them yet, but Mark Noble and Declan Rice today were unbelievable.
Well, Noble got man of the match from Sky.
Yeah, and
Unbelievable.
it
The
could
way
have
he was
been,
pinging
it could have
around
been
that ball.
Noble, it could have been Creswell today, it could have been Yarmolenko. Well, Yarmolenko got man of the match here, but there was about 4 or 5
Yeah.
others out there. Diop,
Ogbonna,
Fabianski
Creswell,
as well. Another great
Fabianski,
game.
yeah.
What about that save from Maguire?
Yeah.
In the second half. That, you know,
Was that early in the second? No, that was when I just come out.
Yeah, you
the
came
chance-
12 minutes late
Yeah.
into the
the
second half.
chance they had in the second half right at the beginning was they missed one at the back post where Juan Mata slid in and he should have scored. So we got off lightly there. But I was just all round, it was a great performance. And it's mad, isn't it? Because I remember when we used to scrape a draw at the Bowling against Man United, we'd
be
love
buzzing.
it. I was coming here today, I'd be disappointed if we didn't beat them because Man United are there for the taking. Yes, they've got players out, but so what? They're still Manchester United. They've still got 11 decent players on the pitch. And,
Look how much
their
their squad cost compared, their start 11 cost compared to ours. They've got to play £90 million defender in there too.
we kept their good players today quiet. That Daniel James had a really quiet game.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant for them.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable for him.
But the thing is,
But it ain't the first time because you see Norwich come here.
yep, we kept them
You've got
quiet.
Pookie, who's on absolute fire. I know they lost yesterday, but up to that point, he was an absolute fire, and we was the only people that kept him quiet.
Yeah.
He
They
didn't get
beat
sniffed.
Man City the week after we beat them.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But you know, you look at, but it's not that. It's just that, like, I think we're sort of steamrolling along. As I said before, we're plodding along nicely. Nobody's really talking about us.
No.
Nobody's giving us a chance.
But I like that.
All the talk's
That's the
about
best way.
Leicester.
Yep.
Innit? It's all about Leicester at the moment. Oh, look there. But as you said, we're quietly doing it. And if we can get a good win at Oxford on Wednesday, go through to the Cup. Listen, a point at Bournemouth will be great, especially on the form they're in at the moment.
Mhm.
All 3 points would be
Huge.
huge to go into that international break again. And it'll be 2 international breaks that we're going into at the moment this season that we don't want to end.
Yeah,
Where the last few seasons we couldn't wait for an international.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay?
The thing-
Exciting times buzzing around the club at the moment.
Yeah, the thing with the Bournemouth game, like you said, we haven't got a good record there. You know, someone said it on the fan cams. We ain't won since Payet and Valencia
Yeah,
scored.
but that's
Yeah.
3 or 4
And-
years. I mean, like,
but-
as I said before, we're at Villa Park when people were moaning about not taking all 3 points at Villa Park. Away games are tough.
Yeah,
They're
and,
really
and Villa
tough.
Went down to 10
have
men
got
as
a
well.
good
Like,
home
when
record.
when you think about the teams that go away and get points, you can pretty much guarantee Liverpool will go away and get points. You can pretty much, guarantee Man City will. They got beat last week at Norwich. There's no easy away game.
No.
So to come out of a point, and I thought we was good value for a point. We scraped a point at Brighton.
We did. We did.
There's no odds about it. We scraped a point at Brighton, but since then we've been quietly plodding along, quietly in nobody's mind. And when you look at what is happening around us, this Man United team. To be honest with you, I look at them today, and I watched them the first game against Chelsea, and I wasn't that impressed against Chelsea. To be quite honest with you, it was just that Chelsea were poor on the day. Then you look at Chelsea, very indifferent form. They're losing currently 2-0 to Liverpool.
Yep.
We don't know what the result's going to be there, but they look like they're going to lose another game. Can't sign any players, playing a lot of youngsters. The wheels will come off at some point there, I'm sure. With the Tammy Abraham thing and all that. Then you look at Tottenham. There's all sorts going on. They can turn up one week, look like well beaters. Turn up the next week, they're a pile of trash.
Yeah.
Like they was You know, as someone said yesterday, it's the only team I know in the world that can be 2-0 up and lose 2-1.
That top 6 is wide open this season. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that necessarily we're going to be the ones to take it, but anyone can
that's
take it.
3 teams. And then you look at and the other one's Arsenal.
And they're currently 1-0 down at home to Villa.
Villa, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And you know, you can't. So there are spots there to be taken.
of course there is.
By the likes of West Ham. And then you look at their main competitors. You know, I say their main competitors. I mean, there's teams up there. You know, Sheffield United have done brilliantly at the minute. You know, Bournemouth are doing brilliantly at the minute. But the teams I expect to be up there like we was last season, the Wolves and the Evertons. I mean, Everton. Fuck me, they're
very indifferent, aren't they?
Wolves were losing 1-0 today, but they equalised in the 95th minute against Palace. But they've started off the season terribly, and people were tipping them to break into the top 4 this season. At the beginning of the season, pundits were saying Wolves are going to. It
happens every
you know what?
season.
It's an
That's
open
why
season.
we love the Premier League, because anyone can beat anyone on a day. As you said, Norwich beat Man City. They went to Burnley yesterday and lost 2-0. City turned up and beat Watford 8-0. It's a mental season, and I
think you can pretty much guarantee the top 2 are going to be the top 2.
Yeah, well,
I was
saying, it's what you're saying earlier. When you look at that league table, if you take the top 2 out, you know, you can't pick a winner of. You couldn't if you were to say, right, take the top 2 out now, and then pick a winner of the league out and the rest in there. You can't.
West Ham.
But you know, you could sit there and you can argue a point for a lot of teams.
As you said, with Tottenham as well. I mean, they're not in a great run of form.
They could lose their manager.
They're
3 more bad results.
Yeah.
Mate.
Someone was saying to me, their form from
It's
the back
awful.
end of last season is absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
You know,
They've had about 3 wins in about 11 games or
I
something.
mean, going back to our games today, I mean, Sebastian Haller, he didn't have a great game, but he was still effective.
yep.
Do you know what,
effective.
right? I've always said this since he got here. He reminds me so much of Canute. And Canute's game isn't always scoring goals.
No.
And don't get me wrong, he'll score goals.
Yeah.
He'll score goals. But Canute's game, it's the way he brings the ball down and calmly, you know, dummies it past 2 players. You're not pinging it forward to him and it's bouncing off of him like it did with Carroll, or you know, if it's a little bit to the right or to the left, he can't move to get it, you know, and you're not relying, and he's not trying to flick it onto anyone. He gets it, he chests it down, he looks at what's around him, and then he distributes the ball.
Do you know when I knew
ready for
today
people to
that
come
we was
forward.
going to win this game? When things go right, when Mark Noble does a scissor kick in the middle, it goes straight to Andy. You know, when things go like that, I mean, he was unbelievable today, Mark Noble. The way he was just like.
He's up to. The thing is, if we've said it before. He raises his game for certain games, but he looks better around better players.
He's got Declan Rice there. Declan Rice, since Mark Noble's come back in the team, Declan Rice hasn't had to do as much. So he goes about his game quietly, does what he has to do.
What you mean, that clumsy centre midfielder we've got? You know?
Yeah. But no,
We'll see.
And then you chuck in, like, I know he wasn't there today, but you chuck in a Lanzini who's going back to form, and you've got to look Yarmolenko now, who's going to be, his confidence is going to be sky high after today.
Massive, and that's the big thing. As we've said, Lanzini's probably been our best player all season. We didn't have him today, and we went and got a win.
Yeah,
you know,
where look better.
Yeah, and where normally we lose someone who's key to our attack, we sort of go and eye it.
Because we've got players in all positions.
Yeah, and we've got competition in
all positions. Yeah, it's such a massive thing. It's such a massive thing, and you know, people are you know, confident. You know, clean sheets breed confidence. That's something I've seen today. 4 in a row. I think it's actually 3 in a row, and the Brighton one was before the Watford one.
No. You had Norwich, Newport, Villa, and today.
4 in a row. Plus the Brighton.
No, Brighton was 1-0.
Was 1-0. So.
Now we've got a positive goal difference.
Go back to Mexico.
That's lovely.
Well, first win since you come back, well done. But it's our form here as well. Our form here now.
But it's not just this season. It's the end. We were talking, weren't we?
Yeah.
Apart from the Man City result.
I apologise.
No.
Spat in my face.
Apart from losing here to Man City, it was the last game we lost at home was Everton.
Everton at home, yeah.
Now, I was going to say that is look, say what you want about this stadium from a fan's perspective or whatever, but from a player's perspective, we're starting to make it that fortress. Our form
Dan,
here,
I've said from day one, mate. I've said from day one, mate.
It is the carpet.
carpet,
It's the carpet.
If we're playing well here and we're winning games,
There's no problem.
There's going to be no problem.
Well,
with
no one's
saying
really
that.
been complaining
No,
about it.
if
is
we
it,
go
since
on a
we
10
started
game now and not winning here, people are going to start blaming the fucking seats and the carpet. And
I
It can still
think
be
now.
better from a fan's
Yeah,
perspective.
the carpet.
But
of course it can.
Yeah.
the main thing is that the players are starting to make it a home and make it a fortress to the point where
I know
it's hard
you're
to
laughing,
beat.
but I think the carpet and things like that have improved it.
But if things
They
like that,
have,
where
mate.
it is
Like,
making
I've
it
noticed
more
the
of a-
flags ain't been out for the last couple of games. I'm
Turned
gonna
up
Yeah.
today.
Is that-
Was they?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see
You
it.
turned up late, mate.
I didn't.
Yeah, he was.
They weren't at half time though. I went.
No, half
I
time
went.
is
I
when
was
they have
behind it.
Look at him. Look, turns up one game earlier than his whole season ticket.
But he's changed. Them two were here before me and you.
Who?
Them two.
Yeah, you late.
Oh, was
both
you?
after today, Scott.
All right. Well, make change. He's here before you, and Dan's
I
here
was
before me.
him.
Oh, that's right.
He was just in
I
his
didn't
seat
know.
before
Didn't
me.
know. All right, well, there you go. I was the one who was late today. Then still made
Right.
kick-off though.
Anyway,
Can't make this show
Yarmolenko.
over it.
What a finish from Yarmolenko.
I was in the
Yeah,
toilet
David.
when that happened.
Yeah,
and,
we see you
We
walk
see
out.
you walking out.
I was in the toilet.
We're
and we
like
heard
the
the
two
cheer.
stooges that
and
sit
I
up, we
thought
watch
Man-
everything.
See,
Yeah, this Dan going a little early.
I thought Man United scored because it weren't like loudest last year. We was in there going, oh fuck, they've scored, shit. And it turns out obviously we'd scored.
What a
Great
goal that
goal.
was.
You know
Good
what?
finish.
The thing is today,
Good finish.
both our goals come at the right time in both
Yes.
halves. Just before half time, and then what was it, the 85th minute, kills the game off.
But you know who assisted him? Anderson.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Anderson had a
And he had a quite a
great
game.
game
Yeah.
today. And he's got an assist.
He's flicked it up to him, he's brought it down, and he's just fucking walloped it.
See, I really like
Sold the
Yarmolenko.
defender as well.
Yeah.
I think Yarmolenko is a really good player in him. If he can just get consistent and get his fitness up a little bit, a bit
Mhm.
sharper, when he gets it on that left foot, I'm expecting it. Every time he pulls that trigger, I'm expecting it to go in.
Yeah.
he's
I'm
a
with
good,
you.
he's
Yeah.
good, he's good at striking.
He,
the ball.
he's a good finisher.
He ain't
It's a
played
very
many
good-
games, does he? Like many full 90 minutes this season.
No.
He scored 2 goals. And he hasn't played a full game, I don't think, all season. He scored 2 goals.
Well,
So once he gets fit, he'll be
yeah.
adding goals.
We've got to talk a little bit about Man United because, growing up, I was saying this to a Man United fan on the channel today. Growing up, they was a team to be feared.
Yeah, from
And I
when
look
the
at
Premier
them
League
today,
started.
and you look at Rashford, who is one of their only good players really playing today. And you look at him, and they're bringing on Jesse Lingard, who I can't stand, who's Championship at best for me. And they're putting him up front, and I'm thinking, you've got no fucking chance.
When you look
That's
at
the
the
thing.
greats that Man United have had down the years, even the strikers,
I looked at
Van
their bench
Nistelrooy,
today.
Rooney.
I looked at their
Yeah,
bench
they've
today.
got nothing,
They've got
have they?
3 names there. Angel Gomez, who the fuck is that?
Well, I said this to I don't know
They've
whether
got
it's
3 names.
Dan or
Even worse, they could have had Angel Delight.
But they'd already had Greenwood,
Yeah.
you know, who only made his. Did he make his debut the other day? Or
was that his first
first start? I
start?
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, and he's playing in the starting 11, and then they've got 3 players I wouldn't even recognise. You know what I mean? Like, and you look at the times when they had Keane, Scholes,
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Gary Neville, fucking Rio Ferdinand, Beckham.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know
this
whether I
goes
said
on
it to
and
Dan in the stadium or one of the others sitting around me. I turned around and said, normally, menus of old, they take a quality player off and bring a quality player on. A player that's known, a player that you see, oh, fucking hell, he's going to cause us problems.
You look at
Today
our
they
bench-
brought
you
on,
look at our
like, the
bench
biggest
today.
one was Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You look at our bench today and you look at their bench. Our bench is a lot stronger. than
massively.
their
lot
bench.
stronger.
Massively.
And you look
Mad.
down the years, as you said, Man United. It's crazy that Man United they've dropped so.
Fall from grace is amazing.
It's
I
amazing.
used to see Man United on the fixture list and think, shit, we've got them, that's a loss.
Yeah,
I
and
used
that's
to
what
just
I'm-
write a
That's what I
slight
said
off
earlier.
completely.
That I remember playing them at the Bowling, and we drew 2-2, and it was like winning the fucking
Yeah,
league when
yeah,
we.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
Man
the Dick-
United
the Dick
them
when
day. You
Dixie
get a
scored
point
the
from
penalty.
there, from Man United. It was unreal.
But let's be fair, back then, they was one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, they're not even the biggest club in their fucking city.
the thing is, they are still a massive club. Let's not take that
No,
away.
they're a huge club.
Yeah,
They're a huge
massive,
club.
but-
They'll be bigger than we will ever be
Yeah.
in 4 lifetimes.
But they've just really,
But they're
really
fall from
like.
grace, you know, and it's just the way that it goes.
Hang
Like,
on.
you're talking about what the fuck is going on.
It's like some Benny Hill
The
sketch.
ju-
Oh, we nearly went there.
security jumping on the back of a fucking.
But you
transit.
think about like the Uniteds of old and all that sort of thing, yeah, and the way they sort of dominated and that. It just shows you, like, you know, in 20 years how much money has changed the game. Because there is
massively.
no player in the world now. If you look at the Griezmanns, the Messis, the Ronaldos, and whatever, you know what I mean? Like, all right, Ronaldo's a fucking different because he's already played for United before. But you look at the top players in the world. If they went to Manchester and Man City was there and Man United was there, and they'd say choose what one to go, they'd walk towards the blue half.
They're not. United are not an attraction. They're only attraction by name now.
But you
And
say
what
it's
don't help them
money,
as well is that
they've spent as well. They're like Man United
Yeah.
have
They've
spent
spent money,
shitload of
yeah.
money. Like, and what have they done?
But I
What
think they've sorry, mate.
No, I was just saying, I think it also comes down to the manager as well.
Yeah,
I mean, Ole Gunnar
yeah.
Solskjaer is a legend at United, but he's not a great name worldwide. Is
Exactly.
He, for
He's
an
not.
attractive-
He's not going to pull in the players.
Nah.
Like,
Like
how
when
many
Mourinho
managers
was
have they
there,
signed though since Fergie? And it's the same
4?
story, isn't it?
they've Moyes, Van Gaal,
Val,
Mourinho.
Mourinho.
Giggs was in temporary charge, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Mourinho.
Olive.
So
Do you know what
mate.
though? The funniest thing is, one of their best signings since Fergie's gone was Fellaini. Impact wise.
The thing is, though, it was always Ferguson see that Man United were going to
In
struggle,
decline. They were in
so
decline,
he
yeah.
retired at the right time. David Moyes was never going to have a chance there.
Nah.
United fans weren't going to take to him,
Exactly.
and you never know, he could have turned them around. But once again, David Moyes is not an attraction, is he,
No.
for a player to come
I
back
think-
United to the attraction?
I think Moyes, if he was given the money that Van Gaal was given and that Mourinho was given, would have turned United around.
See, I thought Van Gaal done well for them.
But Van Gaal the style of play was the
Even
same under
Mourinho,
Moyes.
when Mourinho come in, they finished second, didn't they, in the league? So, but the thing is with Man United fans now is, and what don't help is there's social media as well, because now fans have the chance to go online straight away and just
Well, we've just
slate
seen.
everyone. Yeah, and the thing is, Mourinho, he's a great manager. He could have turned it, but he ain't going to get the chance. They started turning on him after a few results. They've been so used to dominating and winning leagues and winning FA Cups and Champions Leagues. They're not doing it no
Their
more.
fans weren't willing to go through the
thing-
transition.
You know what the thing is? I'm going to tell you what the thing is, right? They're all sitting down there. We just see videos and all that. And we just see the boys come up there. They're all sitting down there arguing with Rio Ferdinand. They want Ollie out. Ferdinand's going, who the fuck are you going to get and all that. They're both, they're both entitled to opinions, first and foremost. But you know what I think it is about Man United fans? They don't know how to act.
Of course not.
This is
They're not
foreign
used
to
to it.
them. Yeah, they're not used to it.
Their generation, the people our age, have grown up seeing them dominate.
Yeah, and they don't know how to react. They're thinking, fuck, like, we've had. I think some of them are starting to panic.
Yeah.
Like panic a lot
Yeah.
because since Ferguson, who was their mainstay for 35 years, that's is it 35 years or something?
I
like
don't think it's
No,
much
whatever.
many, is it?
Oh, whatever it was.
Nearly
It was
30.
a long time anyway. And people have grown up in that area. So you're talking about people that support them as little boys, growing up to be my age.
Seeing nothing but
Mhm.
dominance.
And knowing nothing but success, then all of a sudden they've got manager after man. This person ain't working, that person ain't working. They're signing £50 million players that ain't working out. They're signing what they call cart horses like Fellaini and all that, who ended up turning out to be one of their better players.
Shitting themselves.
What hurts
And
them
they're
as well,
shitting
mate,
themselves.
What
Yeah,
hurts
that's
them
what
as
it
well
is.
is that they're looking and seeing City
City.
and Liverpool, their big two rivals, dominating
Yeah.
Europe and domestic. So it's tough for them. But anyway, look,
Well, one of our fan cams, I want to point, one of our fan cams said it won't be long before they're back to where they were, and I think it'll be a very long time. They're
Yeah.
a mess. They've gone from fucking Ollie's at the wheel to Ollie out in fucking 6 months. and
Ollie's big drink
they,
driver,
yeah,
don't
they keep changing back. Like I said, it'll
Ollie's
be
at
a
the wheel
long,
to Ollie's on the dole.
They're so far fucking behind, and that all the best for West Ham because if we keep improving, like I said, the gaps keep. And
To
And
be
it's
honest
not
with you,
only
I
West
think
Ham, mate.
other teams, yeah.
I think us
It's
and Leicester
Leicester,
are further
it's
forward than
Everton,
them.
It's teams like Everton. Like, I know they've been struggling of late, but they've got a lot of money. They've got a billionaire owner. They've got a new stadium to look forward to.
Mhm.
There's the thing is, football changes, generations
yeah,
change.
exactly.
Teams who dominate change. I'm not saying that West Ham are going to dominate, but listen, 15 years ago, City were in Division 2,
Exactly.
and
That's
now
it.
they're dominating English football.
Same was the same as Chelsea. Chelsea were the same, weren't they? Struggling,
Yeah.
popping around Division 1, Division 2 and things like that.
Even
And
Huddersfield, like you go back even further, fucking Huddersfield were winning leagues and shit like that.
I mean,
And
even Tottenham, I think they've had their chance now of winning the Premier League. I think their best chance was the year Leicester won it.
Mhm.
I don't know about Tottenham. They've got that new stadium now. They've got to pay for it. But look, anyway, let's get back to the game.
to West Ham.
Let me talk about Aaron Cresswell today. Aaron Cresswell, I've spoke about. I want to speak about Aaron Cresswell. Then I want to speak about Declan Rice because I've got a lot of fucking things to say about Declan Rice. Aaron Cresswell today. I haven't seen Aaron Cresswell have a good game since before he broke his leg.
Yeah.
Right. He's had decent games.
Yep.
He hasn't
Yeah.
had good games. Yeah. I wouldn't say I would sit there and say Aaron Cresswell, what a performance today by him and all that. Good games, decent games, never a good game. Today, he had a world-class game.
Yeah,
A world-class
and he had
game.
to. He had to because he hasn't been in the team. He was sort of Pellegrini's first choice last season when he. But Masuaku's made that left back spot his own, and Cresswell's got a chance today. He's come in he's taken it. He's, as you said, he had a great game, world class performance, and he topped it off with two great free kicks in the game. But the second one was top bins, and he's beat one of the best goalkeepers in the world. You know,
he's put that free kick put top corner. No keeper was saving it. I think De Gea got a hand to it, and he got a decent hand to it, and he just couldn't. It
was too far. It was corner for him. Yeah. You know, everything from De Gea was right. The wall was right. The positioning was right.
I said to Dan's uncle, that's Payet-esque.
When you put it in a place where, you know,
don't you dare mention that slut.
Sorry.
Yeah, when you put when you put it in a place like that, there ain't no goalkeeper in the world saving that. That was
exactly.
World class. But it wasn't just a free kick. You can take the free kick and pick the bones out of that all you like. It was the performance.
Oh
Defensively, he was great. Going forward, he was great.
Yeah.
As you said, he looked like the old Aaron Criswell.
Yeah, he looked
Criswell
like
at the bowling that season. He was.
I'm really happy to see it because obviously he's been with us since 2014.
Yeah,
it's
a
long time. And
long time.
Players like that,
Yeah.
I said I'd love to see players that have been with us a long time, you know, excel and stay in the team and do well.
And he's a good character as well, isn't he, Criswell? And he's a likeable person, and you know,
he's a mainstay in the dressing room now. I think they're important.
I'm really pleased for him today, and as I said now, I can't see how Pellegrini can drop him. And mentioning Pellegrini, it was his 50th game in charge for West Ham today, so it's.
Do you know what as well? I think he got it all
for West Ham.
Bang on today. The substitutions were spot on.
Yep.
You know, I know the Fredericks one was a false one, but I thought the Wilshere one was perfectly timed.
We ain't even mentioned him yet. I thought we had a really good game.
Do you know what? He hadn't even been on the bench in weeks gone by.
I'm on about Fredericks.
Fredericks.
No, Fredericks was class.
Oh yeah, he was.
Wilshere.
Yeah, Jack Wilshere done
retaining possession.
This is the thing. It coming in today. He come on for Anderson, didn't he?
Yeah.
Went into the middle, Fornals went out wide, and it was good to see a different. I think he started Fornals because he knew Fornals would get beyond Heller.
Yeah.
You know, when he knocked the flick ons, and that's what Fornals started to do. But
just ain't different. Yeah. He's a like for Lanzini.
Exactly. That type of player. But like I said, Wilshere coming on at that time in the game, holding possession. We packed out our midfield. You sit 20 minutes left to go. Last season, you think we're bringing on a player to retain possession and hold out for a 1-0 win. We ain't going to do it.
It's mad, isn't it?
Comfortably
West
did
Ham
it. Comfortably.
1-0 up against United. We'd just see that game out, but we were still going for it.
Yeah.
We got the 2-0 and we were still looking for the third.
Yep.
That's the difference with West Ham this season. And Pellegrini's installed that into us. And I said it on the radio interview I done a little while ago, that I think Pellegrini's been our best signing for a long time. He's changed the club.
And the thing is, this is his first season with his team, with his signings, you know, and
there's other people involved. You've got the director of football, wherever it is, him. He's done unbelievable finding some talent for us. But yeah, as you said, Pellegrini's this is the first full season really that he's had with his signings.
His signings,
his transfer window. This is who I want. And yes, we're all happy hammers.
Can you believe there was like Pellegrini out calls at the first?
There's always.
I think that boils down to sort of social media, doesn't it?
Cunts.
It's always people that. I mean, people blamed us for. We done a live show. And the title was. They thought we wanted Pellegrini out. We weren't saying it. It was just we was just talking about what people we've seen.
And we dismissed it.
We dismissed it straight away. Like,
but I said the thing is, a lot of people don't watch the video. They see the title to it and then comment on the title.
Fucking title.
Yeah.
Clickbait, bait.
But that's the thing, you know. It just, you know, the first two games weren't great, and then, you know, we've stuck the ball have stuck with him. They weren't panicking, and we've turned it around. And like I said, we're pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing.
Is they sort of stick with their managers.
They've always had that.
Apart from fucking Zola.
How can we sack a geezer who we've never been in a relegation battle with? Do you know what I mean? Like every other manager, right, that we've had in this modern under Golden Sullivan, we've been in a relegation battle.
It's just being realistic with when, you know, you look on paper, you look at squads and things like that on paper, you should be beating the Brightons, you should be beating the Norwiches, you should be beating these sides. But we all know, footballing wise, and the way the Premier League is, like we saw with City against Norwich, a team, the champions, you know, who score goals for fun, get turned over by a newly promoted side. Yeah. You know, and that is it. And I just think sometimes just people think that they see it on paper and think, yeah, Brighton are shit. We should beat Brighton.
I don't think anyone in the Premier League fears each other now.
No.
I don't think so.
You
get a team like Brighton get Man City at home, they're not sitting there thinking, oh, here we go. They're like, right, we can give these a game today.
Yeah.
Like Norwich did, and Norwich got a 3-2 win. That's probably going to be their, probably their best result of the season.
Yeah. Guarantee you there was people there watching that game, not non-Norwich fans, going, oh look, they're celebrating like they've just won the Premier League. This is the thing. This is what people don't understand. For teams that win all the time and win trophies, celebrating is winning a trophy. For teams that don't win a lot or haven't won a trophy, beating the big boys is. It's not a cup final, but it's a big thing because Norwich, newly promoted into the Premier League, them fans turned up thinking, if we get a draw, I'm happy.
That's the best game he's ever been to. Like, it's his best ever moment as a Norwich fan, and that's, you know what I mean. You can't knock that.
No,
because it's no one expected. No one expected them to fucking win that anywhere near come close to winning that. And they've gone.
I Norwich.
You know what I did?
Should have put some money on it,
I
mate.
actually did.
You would have been
fancied Norwich.
I'll be honest. I thought
We
City
do
were
this
trouncing.
thing in work, last man standing.
Yeah.
And I said that every season, a newly promoted club always beats a big team at the beginning of the season. And I said, someone went for Man City, and I went, I said go for Norwich, but Norwich won, and I won 160 quid. So
did you?
Yeah.
No. Happy days.
And I bet West Ham today in my last man standing in the new round, and see.
So beers are
Let
on
me
you.
just
You want to talk about Declan Rice?
let me just wrap up this.
Frederick, hold on. Frederick's injury, a bit worrying, isn't it?
This is the thing. This
It's good to see him at the end of the game come back out.
Yeah, he walked off.
Yeah,
he's got Wednesday off. I don't think it's nothing.
he did look. The look on his face though, because we're quite close. He looked really devastated. Yeah, devastated. And whether it's just
Maybe
because he wanted to finish the game,
he was enjoying the game,
and he knows Zabaleta's up his arse. You know what I mean?
But I do worry because since we've signed him, he has had quite a few injuries. That's what I worry about.
Yeah.
Let us see how he goes. I think I've heard Lanzini's out for a month.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's what I've heard today.
Yeah, some people were saying it. I don't know.
But
meant to be a bruised bone.
One thing is the late fitness test. You think, if it's a late fitness test, it's not that serious. But then the rumours are.
If it is, then I'd rest him against Oxford. I won't even risk him against Oxford because Oxford players are going to be up for that game.
I did sort of think, looking at his Instagram, that he hasn't been really around the training ground last couple of days.
Lanzini?
Yeah.
It's a worry.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Declan Rice. Famously, it was Man United fans digging him out when he was on international duty the other day, telling everyone he's not that great. I don't see the big deal about him. McTominay's just as good as him.
What was the famous one? Adam. I'm gonna call
Adam McCullough.
Adam McCullough from Full Time Devils, saying that we've only he's average. We've only all we ever produce is average players in our academy.
No, what happened was he slagged Declan Rice, and someone said like blah 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 blah, overrated. Yeah. He's overrated, and he said anything that comes out of the academy always is.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a West Ham Academy graduate that won every Premier League title
Champions
with
League.
Manchester United.
There was two.
There was every season they've won the Premier League or won the Champions League. I'm sure there's been a West Ham Academy graduate in that side.
Yeah,
Paul Ince,
probably.
Rio Ferdinand, Michael Carrick.
Probably, yeah.
All the way through.
Well, it's a ridiculous statement to make because they haven't produced anything out
It shows
of
how
the
far
academy.
they've fallen from grace that they're digging out our academy when they bang on about the class of '92.
What player did you say, Muck, whatever?
McTominay.
Yeah, he played today, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was shit. Let's be honest.
Lingard, Rashford.
To be honest, I mean, since the class of '92,
Rashford's a world class.
Probably Pogba come from their youth, didn't he? And
I don't know if he's
who's the Spanish defender?
Rashford will benefit
But
from
he
leaving
fucked him off
United.
as soon as he could get out. So don't listen.
I don't think he's
Rashford, you got to go Rashford.
Rashford's
I don't think he's world class though. To me, world class means you get into
He
any
will be
team.
there. He will be there.
Hey, how old is he now though? Because it seems like he's been
21,
about a
22.
while.
No, he's still young. He's still
Yeah,
young.
he has
Jesse
potential,
Lingard's
but Lingard's
27.
He's the thing with Rashford. The way they play, he's not a striker who can lead the line the way in a single
The best thing
line.
for Rashford would be leaving Man United and just dropping down a level.
Yep.
To come and play like
Totally
a club
agree.
like us,
Leicester.
Arsenal,
Yeah,
a club like that,
yeah.
you know, just drop down that level because I think he'd benefit more for it. He's got a lot of pressure on him, Man United. He's their main striker and he's only young.
Arsenal
English as
fans
well.
are going to have something to say about dropping down from Man United to Arsenal.
Well, they've got to start accepting it as well because they're a bigger bunch.
Listen,
of
you
fans,
you take a Aubameyang out of that side,
But
they're nothing.
Look,
So,
Arsenal have been
Arsenal-
shit, but they've been finishing above Man United.
Oh, yeah, I
No,
know,
no,
yeah.
what I'm saying, like I'm saying that I think Rashford would suit an Arsenal better than he would suit a Man United.
in Man United, the way they
they
line
play,
up
yeah.
and the way they play, yeah.
That's what I
Players
mean.
go to Man United and they just they turn to shit. Look at Sanchez. Sanchez went there. He was unbelievable at Arsenal, and now look at him. He's on what's he out on loan or something?
Is
Was that fucking Hindu?
School trip, isn't it?
Fucking
School trip.
School trip, and he was right over there. Look.
So no, but what I'm saying, so they can't talk. Like I said, he tried to style it and save it and say, no, I meant that because of the Rios and the Carricks and people overrate their academy. Now that's not what you said, mate.
No.
Don't talk shit.
He said anything that comes out of the academy is overrated.
Anything
Yeah.
that comes out of their academy. And it doesn't matter. The fact is that you have just slagged Declan Rice off, and look at him. He's just shown your club up.
And not only that,
Yeah, but he's not the only one who
Mark
slagged
Lowe
him
was
off.
the
No,
longest
he's
serving
not.
player
But
in
he
the
is
Premier League.
the big name.
It's not only that. They were saying today about their academy. You look at their academy. Their academy. McTominay was in the midfield. Mark Noble run rings around him.
Exactly.
Run rings
Exactly.
around him.
And that's saying
The
they
thing-
got legs.
Yeah,
Shades
exactly.
of Longstaff when
But-
they was all saying how Longstaff was better than like Rice.
But this is the thing. Declan Rice in the first half, like everyone's saying, I don't know what he does. I'll tell you what he does. Diop fucking swiped at a ball. Daniel James was clean through and goal. He took not only, and this is what I've always said about Declan Rice. He don't just take the ball off you or make a chat like slide in and make a challenge. He went and got the ball, fucking pushed it away from James, and then passed it to one of our
Exactly.
players.
Yeah.
And that is, and people, and that job, right? And all top clubs will say this. That job is more important than any other
Yeah,
job.
they go like Makelele done it for years.
Exactly. I was just
They
going to
call
say
it
that.
Makelele, bro.
Yeah.
This is the thing, right? When you look back at that Real Madrid side with the likes of Figo, Zidane, and all that, right? Ask them players who was the best player, and
It was
they'll all turn around
Makelele.
and say Makelele.
Yeah, of course it was because
Yeah.
he's the one.
You
that
asked Chelsea players when Makelele
Exactly,
was out.
yeah.
He was the best player.
Yeah.
It was look when Leicester won the league.
Kante done all the dirty work,
They are. They're
so
dog,
someone
they're
else
dog
can get
players.
the
They're doing
headlines.
the dog work
Exactly.
that no one else wants to
they
do.
go and get the ball and give it to someone to play.
And the thing is, everyone forgets Declan Rice is a centre half. He's a centre. He's a centre back.
But the thing is, I think he's even got qualities above, being a dog player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he gets the ball down and they're all having a go at him because he didn't play a ball over the top to Sterling. That ain't his game.
Exactly.
He
That's
gives it to someone
Yep.
like Barkley
Yep.
or
and then lets them
lets
do it.
play.
Exactly.
That's the game. His game is
the thing
getting
is,
the ball back.
Break
and
up the
pass it.
play,
comes to-
5-yard pass.
When it comes to England, mate, the reason why the pundits are on him because he is
Because he
playing
plays
for
for West Ham.
He's
Exactly,
outside
mate.
the top
Yeah.
six.
Yep.
If he was playing for a Liverpool, a Man City, they'll all be up his arse. And I'm really surprised with people like Ian Wright and people like Gary Neville that have played at the very top for England, and they understand what pressure you've got when you put on an England shirt. For them to sort of slag him off when he's not doing nothing wrong, he's going to make
It's
mistakes.
because he's Irish.
But the thing is as
He
well,
come from Ireland.
He's English.
He come from Ireland.
Yeah,
He
but-
didn't come
and-
from Ireland.
If he come from Ireland,
No, but he was born in England. So
no,
he's
no,
English.
he comes from
played
England.
for Ireland.
He's
yeah.
England, but he comes
But
from
that
the
shouldn't
Ireland
matter.
team.
Owen
I know,
Arbery,
it
he's
shouldn't
Canadian.
matter. It shouldn't matter, mate.
Who was
but
German.
to some
who
people-
fucking Azerbaijan.
To some people, it always will matter because Gary Neville, before the England games, was sitting there spouting off how he shouldn't be playing for England.
But then
He's
why
got no
is
fucking
it-
concern of him.
You notice no one criticises players that started in the England youth that have gone to play in youth.
Ryan Giggs.
Playing the main. Yeah.
Owen Hargreaves played for Wales.
Yep.
When he was a youngster.
Yep.
That's what
Exactly.
I'm saying. Like they pick and choose.
they
what they wanna do.
are just digging at him because he plays for us. That's all. That is all it is.
That's
It-
what I'm
it's-
saying. Like
you
let's enjoy.
And the thing is
England while we've got
that one game, the England game against Bulgaria. Oh, we only made 3 interceptions. We had most of the ball. We were the
it.
team
Yeah,
that's
he
on
gave the
top.
ball away for their second goal. But
Kosovo, that
listen,
Kosovo, that one, yeah.
Yeah, but who don't make mistakes?
Exactly.
In national football.
Exactly. That's
Who don't
it.
make
Well,
mistakes
fucking
in the Premier
Maguire
League?
crashed into the
Well,
fucking...
there we go, that's
no
what I'm
one's
saying.
talking about Maguire.
Let's
Kane
be
missed a
honest.
penalty.
In the first couple of minutes, weren't it King?
Yeah.
If it
Yeah,
wasn't-
I
if it
mean, and
wasn't
these are
for
meant
Harry
to be
Kane,
our
we'd
best
world
centre backs.
champions if he'd have squared it to Sterling.
Exactly.
The World Cup.
Yeah, mate. Exactly. You know, and that's it. Just people are criticising him because he plays for us. If he played for Man United or if he played for Man City or Chelsea,
disappointing.
they'd be up his arse.
Do you know what it is? It's because they don't watch anything outside the top 6, and because
No,
they
because-
get paid for
because-
it.
but the thing
Well,
is,
they'll have to start watching now, mate,
because
because we're fourth.
because they get paid for it, Scott. Because they get paid for it.
But it's not only that.
It's not.
The
it is
Punt,
only
Sky,
that.
and the
they
BBC.
don't watch anything outside the top.
Because
No,
they
but
get
also
paid for it,
they
they
don't
should
want
watch
to. They
no
don't want to sell the rest of the league. They just want to sell Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. They want to sell that. It sells a brand. So that's why they're going to slag off the West Ham players who are in the England squad.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sell the brand.
That's one thing, and I've always rated Gareth Southgate for. He doesn't care about the top four.
Exactly.
He goes down and didn't he called up a championship player once, didn't he?
And to be fair, that's good on the FA for letting him do that. Because the FA in the past have been, no. We need to make money. So Rooney's got to play. Gerrard's got to play. Lampard's got to play.
Someone put a picture up on Twitter the other day. It was our Euro 2004 team lineup. And someone said, how did we not win anything with this generation? And I read it because there was too many egos in it.
Exactly.
And half of them didn't even like each other. When you look at this England squad now, people will take the piss out of Declan Rice and Mason Mount, but they're best mates.
Exactly. They're mates who are living the dream.
Not only that, you'll see Declan Rice, Mason Mount, and they're mixing, and James Maddison, who plays for Leicester, they're mixing with the Rashfords, the Man United players, the Liverpool players.
You've got Tammy Abraham as well.
Harry Kane is, and that's why I sort of like Harry Kane as an England captain, because he includes everyone.
Yeah.
Go back years ago when Beckham was in charge, you'll have the Man United players there, Liverpool players there, Arsenal players there. No one talked.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why when people say, why can't Gerrard and Lampard play together? That's the reason
they don't
why.
communicate.
They don't want to play together.
Exactly. That's it, and that's the thing. That's what Gareth said. I didn't think Gareth was the right one for the job when he got it, but what he's installed now is you play well. It don't matter whether you're 33 or whether you're 19. You're playing well, you're in the squad, and you know that's a good way to have it. I'm more confident that we may push on and win something with this squad we've got now than previous.
Totally right. Right, we've got to start
Euros.
Feel the fucking wine drop.
All right, one quick thing though.
Yeah.
Oxford Wednesday. Nathan Holland got to be in the lineup for me.
Yeah, I see him playing for the under 23. He's scoring every week.
Yeah.
That's a good shout. He might get a chance. He might be on the bench.
Yeah.
He's got to be in. He's got to be in the squad now.
I think you'll see a couple of youngsters.
Have Yarmolenko in as well, because we're going to keep getting his fitness up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe give Yeti a start as well.
Yeah, I want to see more of it. I want to see him get more of a chance. Like, so we was at Newport and
maybe rest Anderson.
I
rest Anderson. Zabaleta will probably come in. Roberto again, goal, wouldn't he?
Creswell
should start again.
Balbuena will play.
Balbuena, Wilshere probably get another start.
Well, that right back, would you go Ben Johnson or would you go Zaba?
Probably start Zaba, wouldn't he? But yeah, Ben Johnson would be a good shout. You never know.
He can play left back if Cresswell don't play. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us on this. Just a West Ham Fan TV's post-match Pint. Go and check out all our fan cams that we've just done.
I'm happy.
That will be going up on the channel as we speak. We'll be back again on this week. Well, it's a bit of a short week, isn't it? Because we've got another midweek game. Building up to the Oxford game, and then after that we'll be building up to the Bournemouth game next weekend. Go and check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, at West Ham Fan TV to find us on all of that sort of stuff. Check out our merchandise that is in the store. You can check that out in the link.
We didn't get the memo.
Check that out in the link in the description down below. And there are some new designs coming up at the end of the month, but the designs we've got are already fucking brilliant. So you wait till the next bunch come, mate. It's going to be brilliant. Dan, you want to say anything?
I got nothing to say. Just
right, brilliant. You
happy
normally have, but yeah, we are.
If you are at the Oxford game Wednesday, come and see us after the game. Me and Dan will be up there for a fan cam, so come and find us and see us for a fan cam.
That's the one, Scott. That's what I wanted to say.
Great. Anything? Anyone? Any other business? Anyone?
No.
No, mate. No, that's it.
One thing left to say then, boys.
Come on,
you
guys.